2024 was a crazy year for me. I went to Austin, Texas, where I got to speak at South by Southwest. I went to the Dominican Republic. I went to Las Vegas for a fantasy football draft. I went to Nashville for the first time to see an NFL game. Oh yeah, I went to Florida and got married on the beach. And we bought a new house that we recently moved into. It was a crazy year, but I also managed to sell $150,000 of profit through the Printful integration. And in this video, I want to show you how amidst all the craziness of one of the best years of my life, I was still able to take home such a nice profit. So stay tuned. I'm going to show you everything. Let's get to it. Let's get right into it. This is my journey to $150,000 profit in 2024 using Printful. The first thing I wanted to mention though is that if you're not on Printful, you can make a free account in less than a minute using the link at the top of the description. Once you're logged into your Printful account, you're going to want to go to the Stores tab on the left-hand side. This is where you can integrate with all of the major online marketplaces like Amazon, like Etsy, like eBay, like Walmart. They even have a Shopify integration and more. So there's no excuse. What I call it is I say occupy as much online real estate as possible. Make it easy for customers that are trying to buy what you're selling to find you. I know it seems obvious, but I don't know. I've seen people make it a lot more complicated than it needs to be. So the Stores tab is where you can do this. Now, you'll see right here, it says choose your store's platform. When you click choose platform, you then get to choose what platform you want to integrate with. My core 4 Printful stores, my core 4 are Amazon, Etsy, and eBay. Now, I didn't list Walmart because, well, there were bugs with the integration. Printify actually ended their Walmart integration in 2024. And Printful, while they still have the integration, it wasn't running super smooth. Now, I don't want to blame Printful for that. I'm more likely to blame Walmart for that, honestly. Guessing that's why Printify also was willing to end that integration. So I can't even, like when I give you my numbers that inspired this video, it's not even factoring in my Walmart sales because there's no way for Printful to account for them. Every Walmart order I made this year, I had to enter manually. But anyways, this isn't about Walmart. My big 4, Amazon, Etsy, eBay, Walmart. Walmart is fringe. It's almost like big 3. And that's just me speaking to my exact experience that really happened this year in 2024. So I recommend if you're watching this video and you're like, all right, I see Ryan did it, and it sounds like he had a busy year. How can I do this in 2025? Write down these 3 platforms. And if you're ambitious, write Walmart underneath it as the 4th one, all right? Now, when it comes to what you should sell, there isn't really a right or wrong answer. There's really obvious products and less obvious products. How do you define an obvious product? Well, some of the products that see the most demand, I would say are probably the most obvious. Also, there is a lot of content on YouTube. Shout out to all my fellow print-on-demand YouTubers, and of course, you, the viewers, the subscribers, hopefully. If not, hit that button, it's free. The obvious products are often the apparel products, t-shirts, the Bella Canvas 3001. I sold a ton of those. The Gildan 18,000 sweatshirts. I sold a ton of those. The Gildan 18,500 hoodies. I sold a ton of those. But when they're obvious, they become very crowded, meaning lots of competition, and it's a lot harder to separate yourself. So if I'm talking to, my sister, if she says, all right, 2025 is the year I start a print-on-demand business. And for the record, no, she's never approached me about wanting to start. So it's all good. It's not for everybody. All right? She happily goes to her 9 to 5. It is what it is. But if she said, Ryan, 2025 is the year I want to start, I would truly tell her not to do apparel at the beginning. It's just been done to death. It's not that you can't make money with apparel. I crush apparel every year. But if I'm talking to a beginner, if I'm talking to my sister, never sold print on demand, never tried to, I would say literally do anything else. She might say, what do you mean anything else? And then I would point her to the less obvious side over here. Now, this is me looking at what I actually sold to hit the $150,000 profit, all right, not revenue, profit number in 2024 through Printful. The white glossy mug, another way of saying 11-ounce coffee mug, white and black, you see at the top here, right? I would start there. That's a great option. Beyond that, I sell a ton of embroidered hats. I don't know how I got here, all right? And you guys probably think I wear hats a lot, but honestly, I just wear it for these videos because my hair will be different lengths throughout the year. I work out in the morning. Sometimes it's messy. It's a nice way of just having a uniform presentation for these videos, all right? Hats. You can sell hats year-round. I don't think they're really affected seasonally. So I love hats as a nice evergreen staple product. Again, in my Amazon shop, my Etsy shop, my eBay shop, and my Walmart shop, okay? This year I challenged myself. I started selling socks. I don't know why. I mean, honestly, I just went for it. I just said, you know what? I'm just gonna have some fun and move at a minimum my best-selling designs to socks, and generated a bunch of sock sales that I wouldn't have otherwise had. You'll notice here, shot glasses, very random. Now, this is a Printful video because I'm giving you my Printful statistics. If you guys didn't know, in Printful, there is a statistics tab. That's how I got the theme for this video, is I calculated how much profit I made in 2024 and said, okay, that sounds like a good hook for a video, 150,000 profit. They don't actually have shot glasses, but I just wanted to share this as an example. It's not in the obvious column. It's in the less obvious column for a reason, shot glasses. I had a #1 best-selling shot glass on Amazon this year. Honestly, it was a very simple approach. I piggybacked off of some of the, at the time, like #1 trending SEO, search engine optimization search terms that were being plugged into Google and Amazon and Etsy. I hooked right into it and I sold a shot glass related to that niche. Some of you guys may know what I'm talking about because I've definitely told that story before. If you don't, comment below and let's see if I respond. I mean, I probably will. But yeah, it was the Trump niche. Remember when he got shot at? So anyways, right? I was vacationing. Remember? I didn't even mention we went to Atlantic City for my wife's birthday party and we were at a pool party. We had a great time. I wasn't even there. I was days late to that niche. Did it matter? No. I said, okay, people are typing this in, shot. And then I said, wait, shot glass. I should sell a shot glass. Guess what? I did. I was 2 days late to even selling in that niche. And I had a #1 bestseller on Amazon. So anyways, you guys get the point, right? Piggybacking off of SEO that is trending. So simple. Wall calendars. I had to use a different fulfillment partner, by the way. Printify can fulfill those. So I wanted to mention that. And down here, wall calendars. Now, while I was moving into my new house, getting it ready for our housewarming party, I did not have the ability to sell wall calendars, but my private community that meets twice a week, they did. We had a little calendar contest. Who could generate the most calendar sales? Top 3 got a prize. And we generated hundreds of calendar sales. People who had never sold a calendar, we had some people generate almost 200 sales. So again, the less obvious column, it's not like, oh yeah, Ryan on YouTube said to sell this one product and then I listed it for sale and it didn't sell. No, it's not that simple. You got to do some research. Of course, there's more nuance, but sometimes it's like a logic tree. At the root of the logic tree, it's like, what product are you selling? Are you the 5,000th person listing a Bella Canvas 3001 shirt in that niche? Or are you the 50th person listing socks in that niche, right? If you're one of 50, you have a much better chance of ranking on page 1 where you can get visibility, get clicked, and get purchased, as opposed to 5,000, right? Do the math. How many products are on page 1 of Amazon, page 1 of Etsy? Do yourself a favor. I'm not saying don't sell apparel, but if you're new, like I'm saying, I would tell my sister, do not start with apparel. Come back to that later. Start with socks. You know what I mean? Start with something random. All right. Amazon Merch on Demand, by the way, is why I even sell apparel, because I optimized my entire print on demand journey, start to finish. I started in 2017. I'm almost 8 years deep at this point because of a program called Amazon Merch on Demand. These are my 2024 sales as of today. I didn't do the currency conversions, but in the US market alone, $270,000 in revenue, $52,600 in royalties. Okay. That is as of the recording date of this video. And what I do is I take my Amazon merch designs, then I pop them over to Printful and I list them on t-shirts, sweatshirts, hoodies. Honestly, they translate really well into coffee mugs as well. Anywhere that I can put them, I just list them for sale and hope that I make a sale. I let the market decide if it's worth buying that design on that product. I don't sweat it. You know what I mean? I don't spend hours on these research and design processes. I don't think that's worth it because time is money. And I think I make more money by just being efficient and moving swiftly from one niche and one design to the next, listing them on one platform to the next. Let me show you this, guys. So this is actually, I could not cap this video off without showing you my actual upload process because this is a huge part of my success with Printful. So in Printful, I go to product templates over here in the navigation. This is the best way, in my opinion, to use Printful. This is what I did this year, as busy as I was, to make as much money as I did. Of course, I also have products that I uploaded in years prior that are still listed for sale that also sell. But when I'm listing new products, this is what I do. In product templates, I go to the top right corner up here and I hit create product, okay? Now from here, You get to decide what product you're selling. Now, it's usually good advice to start with one product type, but let's just say you're selling hats, okay? I can go ahead right here and click hats. And then I'm most likely going to start with the Yupong 6245CM dad cap. It's got to be the best seller. This one right here, okay? I can go ahead and click this. And if I have a design ready to go, I can click uploads and I can find my design right here and go ahead and add it. Let's say that I want to do this Ryan's method design right here, okay? Or you can use Printful's text tool and I could literally type out Ryan's method, whatever I want to do, guys. Okay, so I've got this Ryan's method hat right here. Now, if I move myself down here in the bottom right corner, there is a plus sign. This is what makes the product templates feature so valuable. So let's just say I'm only selling hats right now. I can click the plus sign, and then I can click add product, and I can literally go back to hats and I can say, all right, I want to list it on a beanie too, right? Because what if somebody wants a beanie? They don't want the hat I selected. I'll use the Yupong 1501. I just select the product. It automatically adds the design. Boom, done. Now I've got 2 products down here in the bottom left corner. By the way, don't forget to click product in the top left and select what colors you want to make available. Printful has all of these colors. If you select them now, you won't have to select them later, okay? So notice I can select all these different colors. And now when I publish this product to my stores, these will all be selected by default. If I forget to do this at this step right now, it's not a problem. You can do it later during the publishing process, but you want to save time. So I want to do it now, okay? I'm gonna go back to the bottom right corner. You can see here, it also suggests products for me right away. Like it knows this is embroidery. So when it suggests that I sell this on like a hoodie, and which, by the way, why not? Let's just add it to a hoodie. It's gonna automatically make this an embroidered hoodie, right? It knows, it's intelligent enough to figure that out. So I've got my Ryan's method design like there. If I'm not sure how it's gonna look, there's a mockups button in the top right corner. I can go ahead and hit that and it will generate a real-time mockup of the finished product. I almost always just like to take a peek at this just to make sure I didn't mess something up. So you can see right here, it's got multiple mockups of how this hoodie is gonna look when it's done. By the way, you can design on the sleeves, the front, the back, etc. That's why they have like the back of the hoodie, for instance, okay? I can go back now to design and I can do this for up to 5 products. So I'm gonna hit add product again. Let's go to hats. Let's do the distressed baseball cap. I love that one. One note about the distressed baseball cap, this one right here, AutoCap 104. One note is that some customers, less than 1% by my estimates, again, I'm gonna jump over here and enable all 4 colors. Some of them are like, wait a second, what's wrong with this hat? Why is it all ripped up? And they don't read the description. Like, no, it's a distressed hat. This was in all the mockups. You got what you paid for, but it is what it is, guys. You know what I mean? You're gonna have to deal with some of those customers. I usually just refund them because I don't want to deal with any bad publicity, bad reviews on my Amazon shop, Etsy shop, eBay shop, etc. All right, I'm gonna add a visor as well. By the way, do not sleep on the visor. People are like, oh, but the base cost $17.50. I don't care. Charge 30 bucks. Pass the cost on to the customer. Let the customer pay. You know what I mean? If I'm not making at least $10 profit from the Printful base cost, then it's not worth my time in most cases. You might say, oh, but who's going to pay that? Dude, people pay. I'm proof that people pay. All right, don't worry about that. I should also mention that as you are more successful in Printful as a seller, you get Printful growth and then you get Printful business, which you can earn through generating a lot of sales through Printful, and you get discounted fulfillment. So my visor fulfillment cost is not $17.50. I can even look it up on my side monitor while we record this video. All right, I'm gonna hit save to templates now. You can see the 5 products right here. Hit save to templates, okay? And now I've got all 5 of these products listed right here. I'm gonna move myself back to the bottom right corner, okay? Yeah, my Printful business discount for the visors from my side monitor where I'm logged into my personal Printful account, not the one I use for these videos, $15.91. So you can see I have a nice healthier profit margin. Okay, so there's the hoodie, there's the hat, the visor, the distressed hat, and the beanie. The other thing I would recommend if you're following step by step is I will rename this here. Okay, so I can call it like the Ryan's Method hat and then say like embroidered distressed dad hat. You know what I mean? That way it mentions the word embroidered. That way you can charge a premium. Hit save. Okay, if you title it here, that title will carry when you publish this to all of your stores. So let's just pretend I retitled all 5 of these new products. Now is my favorite part. We have to publish them for sale so that people can actually buy them. So assuming you went to your stores tab earlier in Printful and you connected to Amazon, you connected to Etsy, you connected to eBay, you connected to Walmart, you connected to Shopify, wherever you want to sell, go connect, okay? TikTok shop, go do that. Then hit add to store. Now this is my demo account, right? So in my demo account, you see all of these quick stores that I created. But if this is my personal account, you get to see my Amazon store, my Etsy store, my eBay store. Are you guys tired of hearing me say that? But you get the point, right? And then I'll just go ahead and click, oh yeah, publish to Amazon. It'll have my title set up. It'll have all of my colors set up. All I have to do is select the primary thumbnail, set the pricing if I want to change anything, and then publish to Amazon. So hopefully this is making some sense as to how I was able to move swiftly and efficiently as a one-man show, no virtual assistants, nobody working for me. So when I say 150K profit, I'm keeping that. That's in my bank account, right? I don't have to share any, well, I do have to share with the IRS, but that's a separate story, okay? Besides that, it's my money. Speaking of my money, the last tip I wanted to share, and this is not nearly as important as what I shared up until this point, is the Printful wallet. This is one place you should be familiar with. If I'm trying to give you my best advice, this is a quick one. It takes 60 seconds. Ready? Printful wallet. You can access that under billing on the left-hand navigation, okay? You can add money preemptively. And if you do that, you can use the PayPal MasterCard. It gives you 3% cash back. I dropped a link to this in one of my previous videos and people were like, oh, another affiliate link. No, it's not an affiliate link, okay? There's no affiliate for the PayPal MasterCard. I'm just trying to give good advice. This is literally how I do it. Go to Printful wallet and add money. For the funding source, select PayPal, and then in PayPal, set your funding source to the PayPal cashback MasterCard. You get 3% back. Okay, so I literally got thousands of dollars back on fulfillment, probably over 10 grand this year. I didn't actually look at the math, but I can look at that when the year actually turns over to 2025. You're leaving money on the table if you're not doing this. A friend of the channel, Alec, all right, another big YouTuber in the print-on-demand space, he's the one that told me about this, so shout out to him. That's really it, guys. I hope you found this video helpful. As we end it, I wanted to mention I have a free print-on-demand mini course. It's linked in the description. Give me your email address. I'll send you one lesson a day for 20 days. I'm 8 years into this journey. I can give you basically the highlights of what I think you need to know as a beginner. If my sister wanted to start a print-on-demand business, I would say sign up for that course and read the daily emails because they're actually good. All right, this is my personal best advice I can give, and it's free. And I have a print-on-demand Facebook group. It's also linked in the description. I have a paid course that shows you step-by-step exactly how to start, scale, and automate your business to replicate exactly as I run my own. That's linked in the description. That's paid though. That one's paid. And I have a private community. This is where we did the calendar contest. We go live twice a week. We have incredible guests. You can work directly with me. It's a small group setting. There's a lot of resources. There's all the replays available too from previous years. So that's linked in the description. Check that out. If you have any questions, you can drop a comment or email me directly, ryan@ryanhogue.com. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon with another new video.